In this video, let us look into the proofs for the fundamental trigonometric identities that we looked into in the previous video. That is mainly to say the three fundamental identities. One of them is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals 1. Well, how is this like? Let's prove this now. Right. So to do this, we need a right angle triangle. And here we have the right angle triangle, which is named OPM, and right angle at M, and we've got an angle theta here. So now we know that sine theta, here it is sine square theta plus cos square theta, right? We know that sine theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Or let me write here which is what. This is definitely the hypotenuse. The opposite is a 1 opposite to the theta, so this is the opposite. And adjacent is the one adjacent to the theta, so this is adjacent, right? And so you know that sine theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, PM, and the hypotenuse is OP, right? So in the place of sine square theta, we're going to write PM by OP the whole square, because it is sine square theta, and in the place of cos square theta, it is adjacent by hypotenuse, which is OM by OP. So we have OM by OP the whole square. So let's do this now. We have the denominator same, so we can write PM square plus OM square divided by OP square, and which is equal to, now if you consider this right angle triangle, we've got the Pythagoras theorem, right? The Pythagoras theorem states that the hypotenuse whole square equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides, that is hypotenuse square equal to the opposite square plus adjacent square, right? So the hypotenuse is nothing but OP, so OP square equals, opposite is PM square plus adjacent is OM square. So now here you can see that PM square plus OM square we have here, and here it says PM square plus OM square according to the Pythagoras theorem, which is equal to OP square. So let us write here PM square plus OM square equals OP square, and the denominator also has OP square. So OP square gets cancelled, and we get 1. So see, we started off here, we ended off with 1. So hence we proved that sine square theta plus cos square theta equals 1, and we've also shown you how and why sine square theta plus cos square theta equals 1. Alright, so we've got done with one identity. Let us go to the next identity. The next identity that we have is 1 plus tan square theta equals secant square theta. All that we have to do again is just substitute. So let us take 1 as 1, and tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent, right? So opposite is PM and adjacent is OM. So PM by OM the whole square. So 1 plus PM square divided by OM square equals OM square. Now here the LCM is going to be OM square definitely. So OM square plus PM square divided by OM square. So OM square plus PM square is OP square, right? So we have OP square divided by OM square. So what is OP square by OM square here? Now OP is hypotenuse and OM is adjacent, and hypotenuse by adjacent is nothing but secant theta. So OP square, hypotenuse square divided by OM square, adjacent square, is going to be secant square theta. So see, we proved that 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So that's why there is this identity. All right, you can also write this identity as, push the tan square theta to the right hand side, and then you get secant square theta minus tan square theta, which is equal to 1. That is also another possibility. I suggest that you try that out for practice after this video. Alright, so now that we are done with the second one, let us quickly go to the last and the final fundamental trigonometric identity, and we'll see how that is there. And the final one that we have here is 1 plus cot square theta equals cosecant square theta. So not very different from this one. All you have to do again is, write down 1 plus cot square theta equals cosecant square theta. Cot theta is nothing but adjacent by opposite, which is OM by PM. So OM by PM the whole square. Now this is equal to taking LCM here, or let's first write this as 1 plus OM square by PM square. I'm taking LCM, it will be PM square definitely, so it will be PM square plus OM square divided by PM square, which is equal to, now PM square plus OM square, we have it as OP square, so we have OP square by PM square. So now what is OP by PM? OP is hypotenuse, which is, and then PM is opposite. So hypotenuse by opposite is nothing but cosecant theta. So hypotenuse square by opposite square is going to be cosecant square theta. So yet again, we've started off with the left hand side and come to the right hand side. We've proved that 1 plus cot square theta equals cosecant square theta. This is how it is. So now that you are, not very doubtful about why is this identity, how is it come, all these things, now that you know why is it and how is it, it suggests that you concentrate on remembering these three fundamental trigonometric identities. Remember, and you have to be really, really familiar with these three identities to solve the problems that are going to come with ease. So that's it. This ends this video. I'll see you in the forthcoming videos with more problems based on trigonometric functions.